Hello. We're in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I would like to introduce two very, very fine activists from Japan who will be talking about the Fukushima disaster and updating us on what's happening there. This is October 16th, 2013. And this is my good friend, Yui Kikuchi.
Hi.
And Gen Morita. And I've spent 10 years, because of them, doing speaking tours they organized in Japan on the health effects of radiation. So good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we'd like to hear about what's happening in Japan now, and especially your efforts to help the Fukushima children.
Okay.
And then we'd like to know also some of the precautions that people around the world can take in terms of diet and health to protect themselves.
Yes. So, as you may know, Fukushima disaster is still ongoing as I speak. And there's more news now about leakage of the very contaminated water into the ocean, which my Prime Minister said it's contained within 0.3 kilometers, which you know it's untrue. So that the situation is still leaking every day, and I just read yesterday in Democracy Now! the radiation level in the area is the highest in 2 years now. So I suspect something is still happening, and maybe some reactions still going on. They're still trying to cool the melted core, which they cannot locate where it is. It's melted through the outside of the reactor, so it's going down like China syndrome. Then they are cooling, or always cooling from the top so that doesn't explode. And they are successfully doing so for 2.5 years. But it means we have this situation for over I don't know how many years. And people who are living in Fukushima are having effects, which we see already in the children. There are 43 children already developed thyroid cancer. And thyroid cancer is a very rare disease. Usually it's 1 per million. And having that in children is very abnormal. And there are about 300,000 children. I know it's now 280,000 children still living in Fukushima. And they've tested only less than half, maybe 50,000 of them, and they already found 40-some cases. That's a phenomenal, very big number, and I suspect this is worse than the case of the Chernobyl because of the density of the population, and again, our government still telling people it's safe to live there, and they also do the campaign by the government, eat Fukushima food, to support farmers. Of course, we want to support farmers, but that's not by eating and get radiation together. That's not really helping. Maybe the alternative would be to find a safer relocation place so that they can continue farming and have maybe more organic farming or something in a new area so that they can really thrive by farming their skills. That's supporting, but let them live where the radiation is, and let them grow the food, and we eat to support them. It's like the consequences of that is very horrific for me.
Mostly disturbing is the fact that all these informations are just through the internet. So there is a total sort of a media blackout in Japan.
And here.
And
here too. Oh, I see. Okay.
We are just back from Japan a few weeks ago, and we are stunned that when you turn on the TV, they don't talk about Fukushima at all. It just you don't see anywhere, and people living as if nothing happened.
This is Orwellian.
And they are a fever with the Olympic now. They're so excited with the Olympics.
So in fact, the people are not informed in general. The public are not informed at all what's going on.
Unless you go through the internet. only the few people who, constantly watching for 2.5 years hear these news, what we are talking about. Otherwise, you are out of the loop and you don't hear anything, and all you hear from the media is it's safe, and it's true. I mean, they raise the standard high, so it's under the standard of the radiation, how do you call it? It's not the safety level, but it's like
exposure limit.
Yeah, exposure limit is now 20 millisievert compared to 1 millisievert before 311 2011. So we are now have to be stronger 20 times than before against radiation, which I don't think we cannot mutate so quickly to adjust ourselves to higher radiation. So I suspect the most endangered species is Japanese children right now. Japanese children and future of Japan is at the risk of, I don't say extinction, but we will already seeing lower birth rate, higher birth defect, and we also see lots of heart attacks, heart-related disease or sudden death. Actually, lately one of my friends died from a heart attack in 52 years old. And we hear a lot of people dying from heart failures, and which we can see that in the documentary called Chernobyl Heart. The Yuri Bandadevsky, I think it's Ukraine. Is he from Ukraine?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the doctor has documented the amount of cesium that causes the fatal effect is very low. It's even less than 10 becquerel per kilo. And our intake allowance is like, right after Fukushima was 500. Now we try to make it lower, and now it's 100.
Well, we invited him to Japan last year. Well, of course, his press conference and lectures were never
in mainstream.
Never reported. And also those concerned mothers are really, nervous about what's really going on with their own children, but they're refused by the government or hospitals because we understand urine test and the blood test is very crucial to check their radiation level and also the health. But they are refused to do that. So they have to find those concerned doctors or individual private doctors or hospital.
They have to fly to Hokkaido or Niigata somewhere who will do that for them. But in Fukushima, it's like banned. So in Fukushima, the safety campaign and Let's Eat and Support Fukushima Food is going. So, all the children in the school, they are, not all of them, some schools who has happen to have good teachers or somebody or concerned mothers has importing food from elsewhere. So that's, I wouldn't say all of it, but most of the children are eating Fukushima food.
Oh, dear.
So they are bombarded from the air, but they are also eating the food which is radioactive. So
and the drinking waters.
And all this safety campaign is really succeeded in Japan. People are not concerned. Nobody wears mask in Tokyo. When I go to visit Japan, nobody cares. It's life is just normal. Let's go back to normal.
It's like nothing happened.
And let's have Olympic game, and it's very excited about it. The economy is going up. The stock price is going up. Not up and down a little bit because people are starting finding out our Prime Minister Abe told the lie to the world, and people finding out about it. So the prices I see up and down, but most of people are happy that we won the Olympic Games in 2020. But I want you, if you're listening to me now, to read the letter by Hirose Takashi. Hirose Takashi, you know him?
Yeah.
So Hirose Takashi has written a wonderful letter to the young athlete who wants to come to 2020 Olympic to Tokyo. He had a wonderful letter. What's the truth about,
and the consequences.
yes. And he says, you don't want to come here really, you know, all of these things, you really think. And I'm also, he and other people are trying to relocate the game. Maybe not in Tokyo, but elsewhere in Japan, like Fukuoka or Osaka, or I don't know, elsewhere.
Okinawa.
Okinawa
Okinawa.
would be good.
Yeah.
Yes, somewhere like a safer place if we're doing it in Japan. I don't think Tokyo is a safest place to be.
No.
And all young athlete has more successful than like older person like me. So young people have a future. They really need to eat more consciously. And Jen and I practice Japanese medicine, so we can talk about that too.
Traditional medicine.
Traditional medicine.
Yeah. Right after the Chernobyl event, the Austrian government made a wonderful research, you know, how we intake the radiation, and they found out 80% coming from the foods they eat. So it's essential from now on, because we're talking about Fukushima, of course, with Japan, but this is going to be a global.
It's global.
It's global.
Yeah, it's affecting here too.
Yeah,
it's in the milk, it's in the egg. So you cannot avoid radiation completely now. If I say all the northern hemisphere somehow contaminated, just more or less, depending on where you are. So to encounter that, we really recommend to eat fermented food, like miso. Maybe you don't eat miso here, but
we do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So miso.
Maybe you can tell the story about
There was a Dr. Akizuki right after Nagasaki bomb. His hospital was 1 mile from the epicenter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but he happened to have the understanding of the macrobiotic diet, and he knew the fermented salt, like miso or soy, is good against radiation. So he fed that to the patient and his staff, and all of them survived. They are 1 mile from the epicenter. All of them survived. So he is famous for that, and so we really recommend mothers now to eat fermented food, like Japanese old way of pickles, umeboshi, umeboshi plant.
Salty plum paste.
Yeah, do you have it here?
We buy it here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But without food additives, not with the chemical or sugar. So try to read the package, and you have to buy natural organic. And then miso is another thing, and brown rice and nori. I don't know where to find the.
What is nori?
It's a seaweed. The black
Yes.
seed. Yeah, I like that, but I don't know how to find the non-contaminated nori anymore.
Yes.
I had bought a lot of those kelp and the wakame right after 311, so I had like 3 years of supply. But now it's a really dilemma. I want to support Japanese farming or Japanese industry, and I always try to buy local.
Yes.
Local grown food is good. But now with the radiation, everything changes. You may want to choose from New Zealand or from Maine or. It's
not from North America.
No.
We're trying to buy food from South America.
South America,
Southern
I think.
Hemisphere.
Yeah. And we really need to save the land that is still cleaner, so that they don't become contaminated.
Yes.
But our government instead is exporting nuclear power plants to like Turkey and Middle Eastern countries. And that is crazy. After experiencing Fukushima, why do you export a nuclear power plant to another country that has earthquake? Well, I know it's money driven, but they need to live too. Money cannot buy your life, you see. But we really need what's priority. Money is like a blood of the economy, but this money needs to go to where that support the life, makes a life thriving instead of killing life. Right now, the money is poured into like destruction of the planet, destruction of the people's health.
Depopulation.
Depopulation, you can call that depopulation, and that's not the way we want to live. You know, we are supposed to the time all of us wake up to the new human family, we are at the edge of extinction. If we continue this way, we go not that direction. We have to go back to live with the land, with the nature, what Mother Earth gives us, and not to pollute every day from the faucet to the drainage, not to pollute the water, for instance, or not to buy transportation, electricity. We have to really choose carefully so that we will have future. So this is a time of big education too, big shift, and this is really something we need to work together. We Japanese have a lot to offer for the health when you're exposed to radiation. We survived through Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and we are not, I don't say we're thriving now, but we have been thriving even after the two bombs. We overcame that, and we had a longevity, longest life in the human population.
It's the diet there.
Yeah, well, our diet is really very healthy, and this is something I don't want to take away from the water. This is something we'd like to share with the world. Yeah.
That's what we teach. We try to bring back that old sort of a Japanese traditional wisdom and healing. And right after the war, that's totally ignored and
pushed down.
So we found out, we discovered this, and we found it so powerful. But in essence, it's we can say in the modern term, like how we can bring up our immune power. That's it. It's a natural healing power or force or life force. So the radiation immediately will lower your immune power.
Yes, it does.
So how can we bring up our immune power? And food is of course essential what we eat, like we discussed earlier. And also we can say in terms of detoxification power. So what kind of food has the most detoxification force? And it's the green stuff. Green. Chlorophyll. That's why plants.
Chlorophyll.
That's why the plants are all green. There's a reason.
You said algae. You said they're talking about spirulina.
Yes,
that's all pure chlorophyll.
Yeah, plants produce chlorophyll to protect themselves from the sun ray. Sun is the radiation. It's very beneficial, but at the same time, it's also a killing.
That's right.
It's a radiation.
It is ionizing radiation.
X-ray and ultraviolet will cause you cancer, right? So the plants, that's why plants produce chlorophyll, green stuff, to protect them. But animals, we can move. We don't have to produce chlorophyll because we can hide ourselves in the caves and the shades of the tree. So that's why we need plants to detox ourselves and animals. So we are co-living like that. So in these days of such a sort of a challenging time, we need more
greens than ever.
Greens. I noticed your children eat a lot of
green. You noticed,
and then they ask for more. That's unusual.
It is, for children. Their body knows,
craves it.
And we teach them,
Again, and Yumi, I would like to remind you of the experience I had when I was on a speaking tour in Japan, and I got a horrible respiratory and eye virus, and I had 4 talks a day sometimes to give. And I panicked and called you from southern Japan. I said, I'm sick. And you said, come home, come back here to our house on the bullet train. I did. Yumi was also sick. And you said, here, drink this tea. It was a special tea. And then you gave me omei.
Michel Bancha.
And then you said, okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to give you the iron treatment. And I said, he's going to put a drip in my arm. Oh my God. Give me iron. And you came back with a little kimono iron.
Yes.
With the children's socks over it. And you said, here, put this right here on your thymus.
Yes.
And within 20 minutes, I could taste hydrogen peroxide in my saliva. That's what the human cells create to spray on bacteria and enemies.
Yeah,
And
you noticed that.
all night long,
Yeah.
Yuri and I drank tea and traded the iron back and forth. And in the morning, I got up and I had no symptoms. And what you were doing was boosting the thymus,
The immune power.
the immune
Yeah.
power.
It's here,
Mhm.
everybody. So you could just do this.
Yes,
When you're starting having cold,
yes.
you can apply your hand just here
Yes.
and massage.
And massage,
This
yeah.
is the
And it-
simplest therapy.
It stimulates it.
Mhm.
And
And we have other 7 places, the organs like liver and your small intestine and spleen and kidneys to warm up. There's a turn, how you do it. There's start from thymus always and go to liver and your small intestine, spleen, and kidney, sacrum bone, and back of your soul. These 7 places are the place you warm up.
You keep it warm.
Internal, yeah. So that kind of therapy is very, very ancient Japanese.
Yes. So, so what are the organs again?
Okay, I started. It's called a phototherapy, Japanese old therapy, starting from thymus gland. It's here.
Thymus.
1, 2 is liver on your right.
On my right.
Yeah, under your right chest, all the way down to your in the rib cage. It's a big organ. Liver.
Oh, the liver.
Largest
Yeah.
organ.
This is your power. This is your power. Without liver functioning, you have no power.
Oh.
Okay. Then your small intestine surround your navel bottom all up to this area. So when we have diarrhea, just warm this up. You know, it's easy. And then spleen is where your left elbow touches on the side, like here.
The spleen.
Yeah. So it's this one is very susceptible to sugar and chemical. So American people are bombarded with sugar and also chemicals. I see lots of people have weight problem. It's a spleen problem. This lowers your fat metabolism. So,
damaging.
Yes.
Spleen controls also your hormone system. Like thyroid. Very important.
Very important. So this is something to do with radiation too. So when you have spleen low function, you have more thyroid problem. So this is important. And then your kidneys is the back of your body where your 12th rib is here. So apply here. This is maybe easiest therapy, just to touch your palm.
To put your hand
Yeah, just like that.
or wear a vest. You can wear a nice vest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that has a purpose. Yeah, to warm your kidney. And then sacrum bone, I have started. Starting on your tailbone, there's the triangular shaped bone. There are 7 of them. So apply the heat here. This is one of the coldest places in your body. And when we start doing the heat therapy, those viruses go hide there. They went and try to survive. Yeah, they have like they won't live too, so they survive there.
But they hate heat.
They don't like heat.
And when we warm up here, they go down to the here. This is the coldest place on your body sometimes. So warm up here, then you're done. This is one therapy we do, and it takes only 10 minutes just to do that, 1 or 2 minutes each. So we really
don't take drugs.
That lowers many people in the United States have many medications.
Pharmaceuticals will kill you.
So pharmaceutical drugs has purpose. It's just to stop the symptom. So you can take it just for that purpose, not to cure disease.
Not to cure.
To cure is only your own immune power. That's it. All you can do is your own immune power, not the drugs. Drugs stop the symptom. So
they mask it.
And there's no such drugs which can boost your immune power.
No.
No way.
No way.
food is a medicine.
Right, food is the medicine.
Yeah.
And
Food
all kinds of natural healing methods. That's all.
Mhm.
We can only support our life force.
Mhm.
We can't create it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know, when you did the iron treatment, the thymus boost, I asked you, where did you get that information?
Mhm.
And you said this is what the ancient
Ancient Japanese
people
they did.
used.
Yeah.
And you said they used hot rocks.
Mhm. Mhm.
They would put rocks in a fire or in a hot
Mhm.
spring.
Mhm.
And
Rub it with the crowd.
That's how the human beings survive through
Yes.
generations and generations.
and thrived.
Right. Yeah.
Survived and
That's
thrived.
why we're here.
Mhm.
Yes.
So this is time, actually our teachers, who taught us this medicine passed last year.
Mhm.
So we are here in the United States now trying to spread this information to American people who want to learn. We have workshops in Hawaii and retreats. If you want to come and stay, learn this from us, we are happy to share this knowledge because we need to survive together. I want us, all of us, to survive and thrive.
Mhm.
And we have radiation already in the environment, in the food, in the water, and it's coming in all the Pacific is going to be unfortunately contaminated, but we will live through this.
Because,
and
we like people to know how much power we have intuitively, and we're born with it. We haven't just, unfolded it.
We've forgotten.
We've forgotten
Yes.
through ages
Yes.
because of such authorities or those kind of pressures.
And
But
we
we are
are
finding out.
Going back to the
Mhm.
natural
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
and we have it
superpower.
within. We just
Yes.
need to find it out.
Yes.
Oh, you are there, and
Yeah.
just support that. Then I think we can really live together. So this is a very exciting time. We are really changing the course of the way we live, the way we eat, the way we interact with each other, beyond cultures, beyond religions, and we choose energy wisely.
Yes.
Energy, and nuclear is not the way. If you are thinking about nuclear, any other country, don't, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's really waste we cannot handle. You've been trying to handle the waste, and you cannot find the
No,
place.
there's no way.
So-
It's life on Earth and nuclear materials are incompatible, nuclear technology.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'd just like to say that the Chinese kanji symbol for disaster is also the same symbol for opportunity.
Mhm. Kiki. Yeah.
Kiki.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know from my own experience
Mhm.
working with you and for over 10 years, and also from other wonderful people you've helped all over the world, even not charging them for your health care, traveling around the world, taking your children to help humanity has been a great contribution to our planet. And now that we have a disaster that's more than 300 Chernobyls at Fukushima, that's a lot of radiation, and in 2 weeks, in a whole year, it's globally mixed in our atmosphere, coming down in the rain. We're inhaling it, it's contaminating our food and water. You have a tremendous amount of information and a great opportunity to educate us so that we can educate each other. So please keep doing what you're doing, and thank you for spending your lives doing it. And would you like to talk about the Geiger counter and what the levels are in Japan?
Here it's 0.12. This is like the Tokyo and Sievert. 0.12 microsieverts per hour. Yeah. So before March 11, it was more like 0.05. And Tokyo is now like 0.1, sometimes higher. But some places are lower, same as 0.05. Where I was in Kamogawa in Chiba, it was now 0.08 or 9, a little bit higher than before. Yeah. And I am okay as long as it's 0.1 something. I still live there. But when it go beyond 0.2 constantly, I get nervous, 0.3, I don't want to be living there. But Fukushima is much higher,
Yes.
0.7, sometimes 1.0 or some places. And people...
1.0.
Some places, yeah. People
Wow.
still living there.
Yes.
So here is 0.07. So not too bad. This area, I know they are closer to nuclear love, and in this area there's many nuclear facilities. Considering that it's not too high.
Well, we have the tsunami debris field from Japan that's coming across the Pacific.
Oh, yeah.
It's washing up on the shoreline already.
Yeah.
It's completely contaminated with the Fukushima radiation. And more than 1,000 Hollywood directors and actors and actresses have already bailed out of California.
Really?
They left their houses without even selling them.
Oh.
Because they've been warned about this, the Japanese current.
So they know.
The fish are contaminated. The swordfish off of San Diego and the tuna are contaminated. They, of course, breed in Japan. The tuna do. And the whole northern Pacific is contaminated now. So we are going to have radiation levels almost as high, or as high, even higher than
Japan. I know.
Yes.
All of the radiation that created after Fukushima, only 30% is in Japan. 70% is unfortunately to the Pacific and outside. So I'm so sad and sorry about Japan causing this to the world because we
it's not Japan. Japan was targeted. The Fukushima disaster is a military operation.
I hear that the HARP did.
With the HARP, the U.S. military was involved, but it really was directed from British Petroleum in England to benefit the international bankers and financiers. They're always at the bottom of every war, every disaster, and just global hunger and depopulation. And
so we are bigger in numbers.
Yes, we're bigger in numbers.
We just need to learn how to work together.
That's right.
Yeah, so that we can all live and survive and thrive together. Yeah. This is a time, really exciting time, to live. And this is the biggest challenge, as you say, it's a kiki, but you can turn it as an opportunity.
It's a huge opportunity to learn more about health, about protecting ourselves, about food and diet.
Yeah, so I'm happy to come back Bay Area anytime. We are happy to give workshops. If you gather like 10, 20 people, we come and teach you. I mean,
anywhere in the world. Anyone seeing this film or telling friends about it. Gen and Yumi can come to your communities, to your country, to wherever you are, to begin to educate groups of people, and they can share that information.
So this is Japanese wisdom, and we love to share this with you. And there are so many ancient wisdom in this country too, from Native Indians, Native Americans. So all the Native community has had this knowledge of medicinal plants and the way they lived without contaminating the land. We always lived with the nature, the indigenous people.
I went to many tribes. The Hopis, the Navajos, the First Nation people in British Columbia, Canada, Hawaiians, the Ainu, and I said, what is your cure for diabetes? Every tribe I talked to had a plant, an herb, the bark off of the roots. They made tea out of, and you drink it every morning and you have no diabetes.
I see. Yes, yes.
So it's all there, just outside our door.
Exactly, yes. So it's an exciting time again, and in a way, it's the babies really suffering, and so we are trying to bring the Fukushima kids to Hawaii to spend the summertime, the winter time. Also, young mothers and children can stay in a home up to 3 months to detox. So that program is going. So if you want to support those causes, you can go to the website called Fukushima Kids Hawaii Project. Fukushima Kids is Fukushimakids. Hawaii Project is hp.blogspot.com. Maybe you can go to that website and support our mission. So we are continuing to support the children, as many people as possible would like to, depend. Those people who cannot escape from Fukushima need a place to stay and eat less contaminated food. I don't say there's no food, clean food anymore on the planet, but there is a degree, the less radiation, the better for you. So that's something we've been doing after March 11th, and we need your support to continue this work.
And I just want to really thank you for this interview and opportunity to hear all your wisdom. And I want to say that I used to go to museums to look at treasures, but I realized today, because of the way you transformed my own life, that the real treasures today are the ancient wisdom which people like you have. And that's what we need now to transform the world in a positive way and to survive and to thrive. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for your appreciation and understanding.
Arigatou.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.